Today I've got an A11 flash. It has a stuck battery inside of it and quite significant corrosion. So I'm gonna see if we can take this A11 flash apart and see if we can salvage it. Now, given the amount of heavy corrosion, this is going to be an interesting find, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the unit, see if we can separate the back and kind of remove all this battery electrolyte. So overall, to start, I do have some vinegar here, and I'm just gonna put this fellow in here, and you can see it start to bubble. So the vinegar is working. The vinegar is an acid. The alkaline electrolyte is basic. So the vinegar should neutralize or help neutralize the battery electrolyte. Now, that being said, given this has battery electrolyte related to it, you definitely don't want to handle anything with your hands. So just a word of warning, wear gloves if you have to handle any type of battery corrosion. Also, handle flashes with extreme caution, given that they do have high voltage capacitors inside of them. Given that this unit has likely not been powered for a very long time, I'm not too worried about it. But definitely, don't attempt to open up a flash unit like this if you don't understand how to, manage and discharge high voltage capacitors. The tools I think we're going to need to use today are going to be a pair of needle tweezers, as well as a J000 screwdriver. So in this case, this is a JIS standard or Japanese standard screwdriver. You may be able to get by with a Phillips 000 as well. So to start disassembling the A11 flash, what we need to do is remove this rubber trim. This rubber trim is cemented on with rubber cement. So you can just grab it with your tweezers and pull off. And right now we're exposing the screws. In order to remove the top cover, the only two screws we need to remove is this one on the left and this one on the right. So I'll go ahead and remove those screws. These screws are different. This screw on the right connects to a plastic piece, and the screw on the left attaches to a metal piece, depending on your version of A11 flash. So just be aware, generally the screw on the left has a finer thread to screw into the metal piece, and the screw on the right has a coarser thread to screw into the plastic piece. There are two clips over here, and these are notorious for breaking off, but I'm just gonna give it a shot. There is a metal piece here with the Olympus logo. I'm gonna try to remove this. Sometimes it doesn't come off, but given that the adhesive here was pretty weak, I was able to remove it. If you don't remove it, that's fine. Generally, the adhesive is only on the lower portion, or at least what I found. So, you should be able to remove the top portion. And so just to remove, we can just start lifting up. And we should be able to pull off the top cover. Okay, interestingly, we have, so on the top portion, there is what I expect there to be is a photodiode. It looks like this photodiode wire has come out, and that's interesting. So we're gonna have to remedy that later, maybe with another part here, but there is a photodiode right here, and it looks like either through corrosion or some other thing, there's no longer a connection to this wire. Okay, so now that we have the top cover removed, again, generally this is connected like this, so just be careful as you remove it. The next step will be to remove the, this guy will come off over here. We can remove the lever here, so we can just pull this off. So there's a clip on the right, and there's a rubber O-ring on the left, so we'll just remove that. And the next step will be to go ahead and remove this screw here, remove these two screws. And what that's going to allow us to do is remove the metal plate. So again, the screws here are slightly different. And when you remove this screw, this metal piece will become loose and this plastic piece will also become loose, so just be careful. Just keep track because the threads are different. There actually is these other two screws we need to remove. So let's go ahead and remove those two. That attaches to another plastic part. Okay, now with all four of those screws removed, we are able to remove this metal plate. Now this switch should come up. So this is the switch that the camera presses to turn on the flash. I have seen two different versions, one with a plastic sleeve and one with a metal sleeve. So this does have a spring in it, which allows this plunger to kind of go in and out. So we're gonna set that aside. And then there's this plastic piece here. So this is the flash trigger wire for the A11 flash. Okay, now that we've removed those connections, this PCB should come up. So you should be able to kind of wiggle the PCB around. And this should allow this PCB to come up. And here are all the wire connections on the bottom. We've got some nice fun corrosion on there. In some cases, this plastic piece that connects to the attachment shaft here might come off, so you can go ahead and remove that. Okay. You're going to be able to, there's a tape here that you can kind of remove. Okay, now the next step is we're going to remove the switch here. Now this switch here is what turns on and off the flash. So it is just slotted in to this metal bracket here, so we can just be very careful and just wedge it up gently. Just like that. And that should come up with the wire. And now we should be able to remove this capacitor. I'm just gonna be very careful. This wire here is the wire for the flashlight here, or for this. These two wires here connect to the flash bulb, so just be careful because they are pretty fine. But now we should be able to remove this plastic piece here just by lifting it up. And then also a metal bracket here should come out. There's a metal bracket here. You can remove this. That goes around the capacitor. And there are two springs down here. So the way that this bulb pops up is there are two springs here. Should be on a metal base, depending on your version. But it looks like it's actually attached to these two screws in this version. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove these two bottom screws, and that should release the spring. Very interesting. Slightly different design than when I took apart the other day. So yeah, generally I've seen these springs be on a metal base, but in this case it looks like they're attached to these two screws. You really don't want to lose these springs, so just put them somewhere safe and make sure they don't spring off. But now that we've gotten most of the electronics out, what I'm going to do is, oh, this wire just came off because it's corroded. I was going to desolder that, but looks like that's completely corroded. Okay, now that my soldering iron is hot, I can just go ahead and remove that terminal. Okay, so we've got a nice stuck battery in here. I honestly have no idea if I'm going to be able to remove this. But what I'm just going to go ahead and do is just drop it into and just see if we're able to just neutralize some of the acid and remove the battery. In the worst case scenario, I do have some extra parts of this back case that I can use. So I can reuse some other battery parts, but let's just go ahead and remove it. Just kind of give you another check here. You know, we are starting to see some of this battery acid removed. You know, this is in really bad condition. This is really corroded. I bet you all the plating that's on this piece is gone, which is fine. We have some extra parts if we need to. But yeah, let's just go ahead and soak that in there for a while before we start handling it next. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the parts here. So this is the high voltage capacitor. It is a 330 volt, 180 microfarad capacitor. That high voltage is really required to create the arc across the xenon tube that's in here. And then we have some, we've got a transformer, we have some transistors, but definitely there's quite a bit of corrosion here. So I'm just gonna see, can I just take some vinegar and just, I don't really want to, if I can clean this off. And I'm not gonna use vinegar, I'm just gonna use isopropyl alcohol and just see what I get. So I think this PCB is, I did some cleaning, or I tried to do some cleaning, and I believe this PCB is kind of just beyond repair. Even if you just look into like this corner over here, the battery electrolyte has eaten into the solder mask, has eaten into this trace. And, I could repair it, but I just don't feel like it's worth it. So this guy's going to go into the parts bin, at least for the time being. There could be some components here that I could salvage, like these transistors, like this Q101 transistor. I was able to resurrect a unit by replacing this transistor. So it's not unusable. It's just that it's not going to be worth the time to really remetallize or jumper this PCB to kind of get it working, at least for now. Okay, so it's been about 30 minutes. This has kind of been cooking. So kind of figured out how I could get the battery out. So actually what I ended up doing is I ended up cleaning the battery terminal. I soldered like a lot of solder ball onto the end of the battery terminal. And I think I can just like grab on my pliers and just pull this guy out. All right. Wow. Do I have a year on this battery? Not sure what age this battery is. There's no date on it. Either the date may have gotten etched off, but there is no expiration date. There is an address to the Everready Battery Company, box 6058, Cleveland, Ohio. But yeah, maybe this is in the 90s, I'd imagine, like late 80s or or like in the 90s. Anyway, so taking a look on the inside, looks like the battery terminal is actually not in bad condition. It looks like a lot of the leakage was through the bottom of the terminal, which is probably why a lot of the corrosion was concentrated to the bottom of the device. But yeah, the negative battery terminal looks okay. The positive battery terminal definitely has some plating missing. It's probably from the battery acid. But yeah, pretty nasty stuff. Definitely in long-term storage, consider removing your batteries. But hopefully that helps to think about how to remove such a battery. All right, thanks for watching.